Hey yogis, welcome back to Yoga with Leanna. I'm Leanna and I'm excited to share today's practice with you. Grab a couple blocks if you have them. If you don't have them, no worries, and we'll get started. Okay, come to a tall seat. Close your eyes. Let's just take a couple sighs to start. Big breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth. Again, just like that, deep breath in through the nose. And open up your mouth. This time we'll do HM. Inhale through the nose. One more time. Full breath in. Okay. Let's return to normal breathing in and out of the nose. And let's press the sitting bones down. And you might feel that slight inward curve of the low back. It might be a little bit more pronounced when you press the hip points down. And reach up through the crown of the head or the tops of the ears. Slight little tuck of the chin. Okay, bring the shoulder blades together. And draw the bottom tips of the shoulder blades down the back. Even though we're working here, notice if you're gripping at all. And try to soften through the toes, the fingers, around the eyes. Good. Take a slow inhale through your nose. First fill up your belly and your chest and your throat, and pause at the very top. Exhale, throat, chest, belly, and pause at the bottom. Good. Again, inhale, belly, chest, top of the head, and pause. Exhale, complete, chest, belly, and empty. Good. A little wider this time. Inhale, belly, sides of the ribs, top of the head, pause. Exhale completely, ribs, belly, and pause. Good. Breathe into the back body. Inhale, belly, back of the ribs, crown of the head, pause. Exhale all the way, back body, belly, and pause. Good. Keep that going at your own pace. And let's find a breath that is really smooth and relaxing. No strain, no tension. And even though the breath is relaxing and soft, we're still trying to make the breath pretty wide throughout the entirety of the lungs. And with your next inhalation, reach both arms up, look up, bite your thumbs. And then we'll exhale, twist to the right. And with each inhale, the crown of the head is going to reach up as the sitting bones press down. With each exhale, twist a little bit more from the ribs. Shoulders draw down the back. Maybe even look back, adding the neck into the twist as well. Let's inhale back to center, sweep both arms up, look up at your thumbs, and then exhale, switch sides. And With those inhalations, push the sitting bones down, reach the crown of the head up. With each exhale, twist a little bit more from that thoracic spine, the upper spine near the ribs. Draw those shoulders down the back. And use the core to help with that deeper twist. Maybe even looking back. Good. Inhale, both arms reach up, look up at your thumbs. And then exhale, bow forward, soft bow. You can let your head hang heavy. And just sway a little side to side. Good, and this one, the sitting bones move back as the sternum moves forward. And we feel that mostly for me in the hips. Good, walk your hands back in towards your body, and then we will switch sides, other leg in front. Inhale, both arms reach up, lift up through the sternum. And then exhale, bow forward. And then just move organically. Getting some of that crunchiness out of the body. Okay, let's walk the hands back in. And then we're actually going to make our way into boat pose to start. So coming into some core right away. Navasana, boat pose. And let's all start with the hands behind the knees, so knees bent, shins parallel. And then see how high you can get up onto your sitting bones. It's really hard not to fall forward when you come up onto the sitting bones, so no worries if you do. And then the shoulder blades squeeze together as the heart reaches up. Okay, so you're trying to get as long as you can from one end of the collarbone to the other end of the collarbone. And those muscles in the back, it should feel like they're trying to squeeze around your spine. Good, then keeping that, staying up on the sitting bones if you can, reach your palms to face up. And imagine that you're carrying 2 bowling balls. So you're having to really hold them up here so the arms are active. And if you want to play, straighten the legs. Try to stay up on those sitting bones though. Firm the quads, press forward through the balls of the feet. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, we lower into low boat. A little pause there in your low boat. Then inhale, press back up, high boat. A little pause at the top. Exhale, lower down, low boat. A little pause there. Inhale, press up, Navasana. Exhale, lower into low. You can always bend the knees to come up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. This time, hold your low boat, but don't hold your breath. Squeeze the legs, lift the heart, soft neck, soft jaw. Then inhale, boat pose. Hold your boat, but don't hold your breath. Lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, firm legs. Press forward to the balls of the feet. Smile across the collarbones. Take an inhale. Exhale, cross your shins, roll over your knees, and make your way into high plank. Okay, high plank. There's still the really long line from each end of the collarbones. So the left collarbone, try to imagine its farthest point to the left. And the right collarbone, imagine its farthest point to the right. And spread, getting the collarbones longer. press down maybe a little bit more into the pointer finger, the mound, where the hand and the finger meet. That kind of first knuckle there. And then even though you're pressing down to that knuckle, all the other knuckles are also pressing down. Just usually we tend to collapse into the outer part of the hand. So just trying to bring a little bit more to the inner part, if that's what you tend to do. Firm up your quads. Draw your tailbone back towards your heels, lengthening out of the low back. And then reach the crown of the head forward. Take a deep breath in, feel your center. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just coming back to that nice, methodical pace of your breathing. Slow inhales through the nose, a little pause at the top of the breath. Slow exhale back out of the nose, a little pause at the bottom of the breath. And just keep that going. See where you can explore with your breath today. Maybe even trying to send your breath into the back of the pelvis or the sacrum area and trying to widen across the sacrum. Press the tops of the thighs back. See again now, especially in the down dog, I tend to collapse a bit more into the outer part of the hands towards the pinkies. See if you can press a little bit more towards the thumb and the pointer finger side, usually the mound of that pointer finger. As you press into the mound of the pointer finger, firm the forearms in and spin the upper arms away from each other. So the outer upper arms are spinning back. Head and neck are heavy. And maybe we give those heels a little bit more juice and trying to press evenly for both the inner and the outer part of the heel. Check out on the breath. Lift the tailbone a little bit higher maybe. Last full cycle of breath. Good. Inhale slow, bend your knees, look forward. Use your entire exhale to walk to the top of the mat. At the bottom of the exhale, your head hangs heavy. We'll just grab a hold of the elbows. And then we'll just sway a little side to side. Let's actually bring the feet a little wider than normal for this, so you can bring them maybe to the sides of the mat. And just see how that feels in your body. Go slow enough with the sway so you can really feel the difference in the stretch. Good. And then just bring your hands underneath your shoulders. So coming into like a wide-legged halfway lift. And bring your left hand or left fingertips to the center underneath your face. Bend your left knee and then peel your right arm up. Hopefully you're not running into a wall like I am. Let's go back here. You can always use a block underneath your hand too for this one. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. And even though the left leg is bent, you're still pushing into that left foot. And then those right side ribs push down towards the left side ribs. Get that left shoulder out of your ear. Maybe look up towards the top thumb. And first, second twist of practice, but still try to be easy here, breathing easy, not forcing it. And we'll switch sides. Right hand down, bend the other knee, and peel that left arm up. the tailbone is drawing back as the crown of the head reaches forward. That right foot is pushing down. The left side ribs, or the top ribs, in this case, press down. And that right shoulder drop down the back. Maybe look up towards the top thumb. We'll take a couple more cycles of breath. Each exhale, deepening that twist at the rib cage. Good. Bring your left hand down. Head and neck hang heavy. And bring your feet back to about hips width distance if they're not already. And let's inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head forward as the tailbone draws back. Exhale, fold, release the crown of the head. And one more time, inhale, halfway lift, press into the shins, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, we fold. And inhale, both arms sweep up, look up, maybe press the palms together. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And palms face forward, Tadasana. And pausing here in the mountain pose. Firm the legs, but keep a little bend in the knees. Root down into the feet as you reach the crown of the head up. There's a slight tuck back of the chin. Draw those shoulder blades together and then down the back. Then soften through the face. Allow the groins to soften down. Inhale, both arms reach up, breathe into the back body. Exhale, bend the knees and bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen both sides of the waist. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Keep that right knee lifted. And then inhale, high lunge, press down, reach the arms up, up, up. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank, little pause at the top. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, uncurl the toes. Inhale, breathe into the collarbones, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, slow reach, right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, high lunge, press into the ball of the left foot as you reach the thumbs back. Exhale, hands down. This time step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms reach up, press through your feet as you look up. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And then palms face forward, mountain pose. Good, same thing, second side. Inhale, reach the arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Keep that back knee lifted. Inhale, high lunge, press down, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly, uncurl the toes. Inhale, peel up, baby cobra, collarbones forward, elbows in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow reach, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, high lunge, press into the ball of the right foot. Exhale, hands down, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms reach up, look up, maybe press the palms. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And palms face forward. Good. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up, press through the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right foot back into your high plank, little pause at the top. Exhale, come forward to the toes, chaturanga, little pause at the bottom. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulder blades draw down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. At the bottom of the breath, the head and neck hang heavy. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Good. Inhale, both arms reach up. Breathe into those back ribs to help with that reach. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And palms face forward, mountain pose. Good. One more, Surya A. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift the low ribs. Exhale, bend the knees, soft bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot steps back, high plank. Feel your strength first in your plank. Keep that strength. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the mat away with the hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into the back ribs. And exhale. Inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms reach, biggest reach. Try to touch the ceiling, press through the feet. Exhale, palms to heart center. And palms face forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. All right, sit back into the heels. Maybe even lift the toes, play with a little toe wiggle. And then just notice, is your tailbone really sticking out? And actually just exaggerate that stick out of the tailbone, like really stick it out. See how that feels crunchy and compressing in the low back? And then do the opposite, draw the tailbone way down and try to almost curl the spine. And then find somewhere where you're lengthening out of the low back, but you're not tucking the tailbone. Ooh, that's hard. And then we'll bring the right leg on top of the left leg. So with the right leg on top of the left, and the left arm goes on top of the right. And we come into Eagle, Garundasana. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Squeeze the forearms together so everything zips into the midline. And then sit back into the heel and reach the crown of the head up. Okay, try to get both hips to point straight forward. For me, usually the right hip has to draw back. Send the elbows away from your face and breathe into the back ribs. Squeeze those legs even more, sit deeper. Last full breath. Good. Inhale, both arms reach up, legs back down, look up. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Palms face forward, little pause between sides. Good, second side. Inhale, chair. First, find that nice tailbone position. And then we'll go left leg on top. And then right arm on top. I'm doing the opposite of you guys so that it's a mirror. Okay, so once we're there, we squeeze everything into the midline. And then we zip everything up. Check in on that tailbone. Could you draw it down a little bit? And then can you sit back into the standing heel? Oh no, we're falling out. Super hard on carpet, by the way. If you're on carpet, give yourself an extra some wiggle room. Squeeze those forearms together. Reach the elbows away from your chin. And we'll breathe into the back body. Sit back into that standing heel even more. Last full breath. Unravel everything. Inhale, both arms reach up, look up. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. And then palms face forward, mountain pose, top of the mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step, or you can float back into your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, collarbones stay broad. Inhale, upward facing dog, heads of the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale the right leg up and back. And exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Press that left heel back. Lift the lifted heel a little bit higher if you can. Try to keep the shoulders square to the mat. So usually the right shoulder has to go down a little bit. Maybe straighten the lifted leg, do a couple circles with the ankle. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, look forward, step your foot to where your right hand is. Spin your back heel down. And let's inhale into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana A. We'll pause here for a few breaths. Good. The feet are digging into the mat and they're pulling in towards each other. That back inner thigh, the left inner thigh is super active. And then in that back leg, try to firm the outer ankle in. Push down into the heel of the front foot. And then same kind of tailbone deal. Notice if you're sticking it way out, and you can kind of just exaggerate that, see what it feels like. And then we want that little slight draw down of the tailbone. So we're lengthening out of the low back. Good, in your Warrior One, your hips do not have to square to the front, but try to get your torso to square to the front. Forearms squeeze in towards each other, thumbs reach back. And for the last few breaths, maybe press the palms together, look up towards the thumbs, squeeze those palms and breathe into the back ribs. Good bend in the front knee. One more inhale into the back ribs. Exhale, either right into your chaturanga or skip it and head back into down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. And press that right heel down. Don't force it, but just give it some juice, especially firm that right quad. We might lift the left knee a little bit higher, but try to square the shoulders to the mat. So left shoulder Has to usually go down a little bit. Then press into both hands. Find your breath. If you played around, maybe straighten the top leg, take a couple circles with the ankle. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, look forward, step your foot to where your left hand is. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. By the way, I have a tip for you guys. If your mat starts to get like slippy, usually my Lululemon ones get like that if I've used them for too long without replacing them. If you get water on your hands or on the mat, it really helps, which sounds counterintuitive, but if you put water on the mat, it like creates a stick. Anyways, if you didn't know, now you know. So come back into your warrior one. The feet again are pushing down and they're pulling in towards each other. I like to firm the outer ankle in, and then the inseam of that back leg, so the inner thigh, try to like lengthen it. It should be active. Front heel is pushing down, and there's a slight draw down of the tailbone. Good. Really reach those fingers up. Give them some juice. And then squeeze the forearms in. Reach the thumbs back. Maybe press the palms together. Look up towards the thumbs. Keep a good bend in that front knee. Squeeze the palms. Inhale into the back ribs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, either right into your chaturanga or skip it. We'll meet back in down dog. And once you're in the down dog, come back to your breathing. Slow inhale through the nose. A little pause at the top of the breath. Slow exhale back out of the nose. A little pause at the bottom. Good. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Come into low lunge. Good. Grab a hold of your left wrist and then pull up first and then over. And we'll breathe into that left side body. Lean the chest back. If it feels good, you can bend the front knee a little bit more. Let's get that big stretch up and down the left side, including that left hip flexor. Good. Both arms reach back up. Same firm arms we've been working. So thumbs back, squeeze the block. Then curl your back toes under. Squeeze the inner thighs in like you're squeezing a block. And let that squeeze in be what lifts the back knee. Keep that good bend in the front knee. And then here, the pelvis is tilted forward a little bit. Left glute is strong. We're pressing down into the ball of the left foot. Maybe press the palms together. Maybe look up. Right hip draws back. Left hip draws forward. One more inhale into the back body. Inhale, reach the thumbs up. Exhale, either right into your chaturanga or skip it. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot through. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Good. A few breaths here. Grab a hold of that right wrist. Pull up first and then over. There's that lift up out of the low belly. You can bend the front knee a little bit more if that feels good. But just send your breath into the right side body. Good, both arms back up. Same arm deal, squeeze the forearms in, thumbs back, reach up through the fingers. And then we'll curl the back toes under. Firm the outer hips in, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Let that squeeze in be what lifts the back knee. Try to get that back leg to go straight, but keep a solid bend in the front knee. You can always have a little bend in the back knee, but it's moving towards straight. The ball of that right foot is pushing down, the right glute is strong, and left hip draws back. The right hip can draw forward. Good, maybe look up, press the palms together, squeeze them. And then one more inhale into the back body, inhale, reach. Exhale, either right into your chaturanga, up dog, down dog, moving slow, or skip it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your toes to the top of the mat. Let's bring the feet about 2 fists apart. Grab a hold of your big toes. Bend your knees a little bit. Actually, bend your knees a lot. Let your belly rest on your thighs. And then let the crown of the head hang down heavy. With the belly and the thighs connected, firm the quads. And then notice if your shoulders are falling into your ears. Draw the shoulders down the back. Keeping all of that going, pull a little bit on your toes and straighten your legs. And try to widen the back of the pelvis. And breathe into the back body. And release your toes. Bring your feet wide, heels in, toes out. And then we'll sit back, yogi squat, malasana. It's the same concept here. The shoulder blades are down the back. Sternum lifts up. From collarbone to collarbone, we're smiling. And the palms push together. And check in on the toes, spread them wide. And then try to press evenly. Big toe mound, little toe mound. Inner heel, outer heel. One more breath into the collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, hips up. And bring your feet back together. And then optional crow pose. Come on into crow if you want. Fingers wide. Knees outside of the arms. As knees squeeze into the arms. We look forward, send the heart forward. If we lift the feet, the inner heels and the big toe mounds squeeze together. Collarbones are still smiling if you can. Play with jumping back into chaturanga, chest forward, feet back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. See how this down dog feels, maybe a little bit more open. And the breath can go a little bit more freely through the body. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. And then inhale into warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Take a really good bend in the front knee. Keep pressing into the back foot. And let's widen that front knee so it's right over the ankle. You can see the big toe and the second toe. We want the pelvis right underneath the rib cage. So sometimes we're out here, we want to be more here. The head is right above the ribs as well. Arms are reaching apart from each other. A couple more full breaths. Straighten your front leg and slowly make your way into triangle. I usually bring my front foot a little bit wider for triangle. I also usually use a block. And if you're using a block, bring it outside of your front foot. That way you have somewhere to kind of lean back into. And it is a forward bend in that front leg, so you might feel that in the right hamstring. Fire up the back leg, act like you're squeezing a block between the inner thighs. And then bring your hand to your top waist. Feel for the low ribs with your thumb. With your other fingers, feel for your hip point. And then try to shorten the distance there between the low ribs and the hip point. So we're contracting the left side obliques. By doing that, the bottom waist gets longer. And we'll reach the arm back up. Bring the right shoulder out of the ear. So bring that right outer arm back. Press through the bottom hand, almost like you want to press through the mat. Reach up through that top hand like you want to touch the ceiling. Maybe look up at the top thumb. Check in on your firm legs. Last full breath. Good. Look down, bring your hands down, bend your front knee. We'll step back into high plank. And then side plank, left hand down, right arm up, Vashisthasana. Coming into wild thing pose if you'd like. If not, just stay here in side plank. Bring the ball of your top foot behind you. Lift your hips up. The top hand, let the palm face down and then press it down. Get that left shoulder out of the ear. Draw the left shoulder blade down the back. Press your hips up. One more inhale into the collarbones. Exhale, come back into your high plank. Inhale in your strong high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, warrior two. Adjust your feet as you need. You want your front heel in line with the back arch of the foot. Front knee is right over the front ankle. So really good bend in that front knee. And that back foot is pushing down so that you feel like up and down both sides, the inner thigh, the outer thigh. We're firm there. Make sure you can see your big toe and your second toe. And the pelvis is right underneath the rib cage and the head is right on top. So just like you're in mountain pose in the upper body. Firm those arms and breathe. Good. Straighten your front leg. And we'll make our way into triangle. The front foot for me, I usually bring it a little bit wider. And then I just grab the block. Okay, once you're in a good spot, firm the legs, squeeze in. Like there's a big beach ball there between your legs. Firm in on it. And then we'll just take our top hand. The thumb goes into the ribs, the lowest of the ribs. The other two fingers go to the hip point. And then all we're doing is we're contracting those right side obliques to lengthen the bottom waist. So it's almost like the top ribs are pushing down towards the bottom ribs. And then when you do that, check in on that left shoulder, draw it down the back. That left hand is pushing down like you want to press through the block or the floor. The right hand is reaching up like you want to touch the ceiling. Maybe look up at your top hand. Check in on your strong legs, and then take a few deep breaths. Good. Look down, bring your hand down, step back into high plank. And then side plank, second side, right hand down, left arm up, Vashisthasana. Either stay in here, work in here, or bring your top foot behind you. Reach your hips up and press that top palm down towards the floor. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. Breathe into the collarbones. Good. Inhale back into your high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, forearm plank, elbows down, interlace the hands. And press the wrists down, firm the quads. But still smile across the collarbones. Draw those low ribs up towards the back ribs. Tailbone draws back towards the heels. Either stay here or lift your right leg up. Try to be stable through the hips. Right foot down, maybe left foot up. Stabilize, find your center. Left foot down, inhale. Exhale, walk your toes in, find a dolphin. And so we're starting in dolphin where it's just like down dog. We press our chest back towards our thighs. Quads are firm and the heels press down. Just look back towards the toes, head and neck are heavy. And those forearms are driving down and they're driving forward. Last full breath into the back ribs, lift the tailbone. And walk your toes back out, coming back into forearm plank. Inhale, find your center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Come on into Sphinx. And press the tops of the feet down. Press the forearms down. And then pull the elbows back to send the heart forward. And then lower all the way down. Let's bring the hands a little further back than the shoulders so that the fingertips are in line with the tops of the shoulders, just like for baby cobra. Then we'll inhale back up into our baby cobra. Elbows in, heart forward. And if you'd like to come into full cobra, press the hands down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Firm the legs, pressing into the tops of the feet. And then press your pubic bone down into the mat, lengthening out of the low back. Breathing into those collarbones, soft gaze down onto the cheeks. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. And We got one more of those in us. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. And then from baby cobra, we push into the hands. And my arms don't go all the way straight because then I gotta draw those shoulders down the back. Shoulders away from the ears, we push into the hands. Lengthen the tailbone back towards the heels. Press into the tops of the feet. One more inhale into the collarbones. Exhale, lower. Good, press back, child's pose. Full cobra is a hard pose. We don't always do it. That's a good one. Let's make our way back into a tabletop. And then inhale, send the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Option to bring the left hand behind you, grabbing from the inner thigh. And rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. And left hand down. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, thread the needle. And same option to wrap the top arm behind you, grab for the inner thigh. Rotate your chest up. And right hand back down. Inhale, left arm reaches up, look up. And exhale, back into tabletop. And making our way into puppy dog pose. Keep the hips right over the knees. Walk your hands forward. And then bring your forehead onto the mat. Okay, so the hands keep pressing down. And the outer arms try to wrap around the arms. And let your chest soften. You might be able to bring your chin onto the mat, but again, the elbows stay lifted. And let's make our way out of that one. Come on back to sitting on your knees. And just pause there. Make your way over to one side. Let's bring the right shin in front of the left shin. And then we'll either stay there or we'll come into double pigeon, right outer ankle to the left knee. And whichever one you are doing, get to a place where you feel you can sit and breathe and find a tall spine. If it's not enough of a stretch for you to sit here, like for me, then send your heart forward and fold over your legs. Just keep that breath steady. Relax the jaw, the brow. Release out of that side. And second side, left shin in front of the right shin, or left outer ankle to the right knee. For fire log or double pigeon, Sit up tall on those sitting bones. Press the tops of the thighs down and reach the sternum up. Folding forward if you did that on the first side. And just try to send your breath into those tight spots. Okay, release out of that. And then we'll bring the legs out wide. We'll come into a wide-legged fold. So let's start with the tops of the thighs pushing down, sternum lifting up, quads firm. The heels dig into the mat and pull in. And take an inhale, reach up through the crown. Exhale, we fold. And for these first few breaths, just get the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the back flat. Keep pressing those thighs down. And then when you're ready, we'll fold all the way down, maybe bringing a block underneath your forehead so you can rest there. Maybe your forehead comes all the way to the floor. And then just breathe into the back body, getting a big stretch all up and down the back. Good, walk your way back up. And then let's meet lying down on the back. Knees kiss, feet wide, and cactus your arms overhead. And move your hips to the left, drop both knees to the right, and then gaze to the left. Maybe bringing the right heel on top of the left leg, guiding it forward and down. Inhale back to center, center the hips, knees together, feet wide. And then second side, hips to the right, knees to the left, look to the right. Maybe bringing that left heel on top of the right leg and just gently guiding it forward and down. Inhale back to center. And then find happy baby. If it feels good, you can straighten the legs and then bring your hands into the inner thighs. And just gently press down for the inner thigh stretch. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring your forehead up towards your knees, curling into a tight little ball. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. And just get cozy here. Let the eyes be soft. Or even let your ears be a little heavier. The low jaws releasing from the upper jaw. The body is relaxed. At this point in our practice, our breath, our prana should move a little bit more freely through our body. And there's the lowercase p prana, the breathing. And there's the capital P prana, the life force. It's thought that our life force can also move a bit more freely through our body after a yoga practice. For vital energy. Invite a deeper breath back in. And reach your arms behind you. Point your toes. Take a full body stretch. And then place your feet onto the mat. And make your way to one side. And then just pause. Surrender to the mat and the floor. Keeping your eyes closed and your head heavy, press on up into a seat. And palms together, sit tall, bow your chin to your chest. Offer up a little gratitude for someone, something about yourself. Offer something up. We'll seal our practice with one final breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up to the top, and then pause. Sip in a little more. Lift your chin, open up your mouth. Thanks, everybody. Namaste. If you like today's practice, please make sure to hit the little like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Thanks, everyone. Namaste.